talk about fourth down decisions. There was 2 of them yesterday that are certainly in discussion. Let's talk about the Raiders, okay? The Raiders make a decision to kick a field goal on 4th and 3 from the 12, down 8 with over 2 minutes left and the entire 3 timeouts left. So 4 timeouts with the 2-minute warning taking place. If they're able to get a stop on the Steelers, who pick up a massive 3rd and 2 with a great play call from Matt Canada to do that, they're able to get the ball back. But since they don't get the ball back, the question is, Josh McDaniels, you're down 8, you're at the 12, it's 4th and 3. Why are we kicking a field goal there? What were your thoughts on it, AJ? Because he was going to do it like a minute before that, and then a penalty extended the drive. And then at 2 minutes and 30, he decided to do it again. What were your thoughts on it, and how do you think you would have played it?
So he had an explanation after the game, didn't he, where he tried to say why he did this?
He said we're going to have to score twice anyways to win or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm still confused is what, like, okay, I just don't know. I don't really understand why he did it.
Yeah, me neither. I think 2 minutes and something with 3 timeouts.
Yeah.
Understand that's forever if you're tied. Like if you're tied or only need a field goal or something like that, that conversation is different. On the 12, going in, because even if you don't make it, you got a full field still.
Exactly.
So you still have the 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. I mean, we're Monday afternoon quarterbacking right now, which is easy to do. If they end up getting that ball back and go down and score, we say, what a genius. They go back and win this. And then on the other one, everybody's talking about is Brandon Staley just, you know what I mean? Can't help it. They say like, if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, good chance it's a duck.
Right. Yep.
And when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And all this different stuff, Brandon Staley is always going to be Brandon Staley. That decision they made in the fourth quarter to go for it on their own 25, whenever they're up 1 score in a game that was obviously is absolutely bananas. They end up getting a win, though. Yeah. So he's able to kind of peacock around and say, hey, we do what I wanted to do. I wanted to show faith in our offense. I thought we could have picked it up. We pick it up. That game is over. Also, I appreciate where our defense is. We're protecting 4 points, not 3 points. Brandon Staley making these decisions is something that obviously took over the world a couple years back because the stats community came out and was like, he's doing the right plays. He's doing the right decisions. 62.475% of the time, whenever he goes for it on his own end, up 1 score in the fourth quarter late, he picks it up and they win that game. I'm like, well, what about the other 38%? That 38% where you get your ass fired. That 38% wherever careers are ruined. Like, stats don't account for the human element of it. If it's not 100% to 0%, it's hard for me to believe. Because even if it's 99-1, that 1% can lose your ass a game, a job, and a livelihood for the rest of your entire time. I appreciate Brandon Staley's big old gut sack. Okay? That guy's got a lot of guts.
Truly.
That guy's got a lot of courage. He likes to prove to his team how much he believes in them. But damn, at some point, don't you got to look in the mirror and say, look at this sometimes. We don't have to do this all the time. And it feels like Brandon Staley doesn't have that governor at all.
Also, if you are going to go for it, your quarterback that you just paid a ton of money is 40 of 47 for over 400 yards, and you give it up the middle when Eckler's not even he's not even in the game. He's hurt. He's out of the game. He didn't play at all. That, like, the play decision on top of going for it was even more of a mind blow for me.
But then they win.
Yeah, they did.
So we just go on to the next
because
day.
the Vikings are going to Viking, the Chargers.
Don't you have to do it all the time, though, Pat?
What's that?
If you're going to use like those analytics and go for it and be ballsy and all this stuff, it's kind of like the whole blackjack book to where, hey, if you're gonna sit on 17, or like you just have to follow the rules where you got to do it all the time to maximize the numbers that they put out there. So isn't he always going to do this?
Well, you got to sit on 17 depending upon what the dealer's showing.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're sitting at a table with somebody, there's a full. I don't want to get into a blackjack conversation right now.
But that's 16, what I'm saying, though.
16.
Like they'll say, oh, well, by the book, though, it's 16. You're not
hit it
15 maybe.
Yeah, you have to.
Don't be hitting 17.
I mean, your hand doesn't even qualify if you're at 16. So, like, I get it. You're trying to save your ass, okay? But also, you're about. I get so mad. But there's a nice balance between the book and being a human. And I think we all thought that Brandon Staley would have developed that by now. I think we all appreciate how aggressive he is. I think we all appreciate how much he says to his team, I believe we can get it. I think the boys rally around that. But also, you're putting some people in some bad situations and going to lose games that you shouldn't lose because of these types of things. Just a little bit more feel, I think, is all we're asking for.
Yeah.
But Staley won the game. Who are we talking?
Yeah, with that field position, I kind of understand because it's every time the Chargers defense have been in a position to close out, they haven't. And I'm kind of with Tone, though. If you're going to go for it, put it in Herbert's hand. You know what I mean? Throw the ball, sprint out, do something. Don't run it right up the middle. But to make that call, even with the win, you can look at that and be like, hey, that was a stupid call based on field position.
He did not say
But if
that.
you're gonna go, at least throw
What
it
did he
and put it
say?
in Herbert's hand. I know he didn't say it.
Literally everything I just said is pretty much what he said. I want my guys to know that I believe in them. Our defense doing this, and I'll do it that every single time. And I think there's people on the internet that are stating that what his decision was the right one, which has been the new thing with these analytic discussions.
Yeah, the model that they have said to go for, and so did everyone else's model. But why are we acting like there isn't a fourth down play that has a 100% success rate that the Eagles do every other week? Why doesn't every team just do that? I still don't understand. Like, I get Jalen Hurts is more of a mobile
Herbert's a
quarterback.
big boy.
Herbert is 6'4", 230. Like, can we not just put a fullback and a couple tight ends behind him and they just push him forward? Why isn't every team just doing that?
You're talking about the tush push?
The tush push, yes.